Hey folks, my name is Jen, and today we're going to do a very quick little book tag. It has been a little bit since I've done a book tag, and I figure, well, we're a little overdue, and also 'tis the season, so here's a Sakamoto. Gotta pay the cat tax, right? There's a Saki. Say hi. No? Okay. I have looked through a handful of tags and tried to select something that I haven't done before because I've done a few of these. But I am fairly certain I have not done this one before. It is the Christmas Carol book tag. It looks like it was created by Lauren Wade. I will look this person up because I am so sorry I don't know if it's from a book blog or from a booktube channel, so I'll have to go look that up, but wherever I find it, I will link that down below, or if I can't find it, I will at least link where I got this from. And I found this on a channel I just saw. This is an older tag, like Rogan Shannon. I will have to check out their channel too. I'll link this down below. I chose to do this particular one because A, I know that I haven't done this tag before, and B, A Christmas Carol is one of my favorite books. So here we go. So the first question is, The Ghost of Christmas Past. Name a childhood favorite. So I have a lot of childhood favorites, but I guess I'll try to stick with maybe naming a childhood Christmassy favorite, I guess. And for that, the answer would probably be Night Before Christmas. I really loved that book. Growing up, I had a really nice copy that I can't find. I'm hoping that it's just lost somewhere at my parents' house and not like gone forever, because I really liked this copy. It was like a thin, like big picture book, and the illustrations in it were absolutely gorgeous. There's like a really cool close-up of Santa's face when it's describing like lips as red as a cherry and his face is so merry, something like that. I don't know. I really liked that book a lot, and I remember having that read to me and reading that before going to sleep on Christmas Eve like all the time. So really loved that book. But I guess I could also say The Nutcracker. I had a book on tape of that one, and there were a couple of years there I remember falling asleep listening to that on Christmas Eve, so yeah. Number 2. The Ghost of Christmas Present. What is a recent book that you think will become one of your all-time favorites? Something recent? Most of the recent ones that I really loved this year were earlier in the year. Ooh, I could say I just recently listened to an audiobook of a murder mystery by T.E. Kinsey. It's actually part of a series. And the one I listened to was A Picture of Murder. And I had never heard of this series at all. It's called The Lady Hardcastle Mysteries. And I really liked it. Like, a lot. I just kind of happened upon that one and enjoyed it so much, and really enjoyed the narration to the point that that was number 5 in the series, I guess, and I hadn't realized it at the time, but I ended up looking for the first book, and I'm currently listening to that audiobook right now and also really enjoying it. And I fully intend to search out physical copies of these books because I think this is a series that I can really like sink my teeth into, which is pretty exciting because I don't read that many, or I don't really get excited about that many technically modern mystery series as much as like older ones, I guess. I say this is modern. It's set in like the early 1900s, but like modern written anyway. So I guess that counts. 3. The Scariest Ghost. The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come. A book coming out next year that you are most excited about. Actually, to be honest, I don't have an answer for this yet because I'm not 100% sure what is coming out next year to get excited about. But I am hoping to come out sometime in January with an anticipated reads of the year, like, releases things, so look out for that, hopefully. Number 4, Bah Humbug, a book that everyone else loves that you just can't stand. There's definitely a list for this. I can't talk about books that I've DNF'd though, because I don't know for certain if I don't like them because I DNF'd them. Although it also kind of counts because I couldn't be arsed. Like, people really like Jane Eyre. I had to read that in high school and I hated the experience, so I guess that counts, right? That counts. I'd say, like, a couple of other more popular series or popular things by popular authors, but like I said, I DNF'd them. I haven't actually suffered through the entire thing, so I can't necessarily say I despise it so much because I haven't actually finished reading them. 5. Bob Cratchit, an old dependable that you always recommend. A Christmas Carol. That's the easy answer. But no, for real. Normally with books, I would 100% have to say it depends upon the person. It depends on what they're interested in, what they're looking for. That really would have a lot to do with what I would recommend. But there's only like 2 books I can think of that I would 100% recommend that every single person read, and one of them is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I think it's an incredibly accessible classic. I think it's an easy read classic. It has a lot of stuff in it. It has some spookiness, it has humor, it has beautiful descriptions, it has an important message, it has, like, tears that you might shed at a couple of points. Yeah, I really, yeah. And the other one I would recommend to pretty much everybody would be They Called Us Enemy, which is a graphic novel about and partially by George Takei and his experience growing up and having to spend a few of his formative years with his family in a Japanese internment camp during World War II. It is beautiful, maddening, saddening, really well illustrated, and yeah, awesome, really good book. Number 6, Tiny Tim, an underhyped book that you think deserves more love. Actually, I'd like to be talked about a little bit more, I think, is maybe an author more than a specific work, and that author would be Howard Frank Mosher, who was a Vermont author, and I know that he did get some acclaim, and his work did warrant, like, a couple of independent films being made, and you would say, well, that obviously is something, but I don't think that he's necessarily, like, a household name like Stephen King or Charles Dickens or Colleen Hoover even, or whatever. He's not as well known, I think, as he should be. So, yeah. 7. Today, Why It's Christmas Day. What's a book that always gets you in the mood for Christmas, apart from A Christmas Carol? Oh man, other than A Christmas Carol? Honestly, A Christmas Carol is pretty much the book that I use to get me in the mood for Christmas. The only other one I can think of is maybe, it's like a shorter story by Agatha Christie, but it features Hercule Poirot, and it's The Adventure of the Christmas Pudding. It's like Poirot ends up going to an English like village to experience Christmas and gets kind of caught up in a little bit of a mystery there, and I don't know, that kind of feels a little, I mean, it's set at Christmas time, it feels a little Christmassy, so I guess maybe that one. I usually use movies and music more than books to get in the mood, to be honest, so. Number 8, The Muppet Christmas Carol, your favorite film adaptation of a book. Well, there you go, you have it right there. Muppet Christmas Carol is my favorite film adaptation, probably, or one of them. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a great adaptation of A Christmas Carol, remaining kind of faithful, but also having that wonderfully goofy Muppet charm. And plus it has musical numbers and Michael Caine. So it's pretty great. In all seriousness, though, other than that, I guess probably the 2005 version of Pride and Prejudice by, starring Keira Knightley and Matthew McFadden. Why would I say that I like that adaptation more than the mini-series that follows the book more faithfully? I would say that even despite the fact that I think Colin Firth is lovely and a really good Darcy, Matthew McFadden just is Darcy in my brain, forever. And also everything about that movie, the cinematography, the relationships between everyone, the quiet moments, the loud moments, the music, the way the characters just are, like in the other one, some of the, I mean, they obviously are really good actors too, but some of those girls look way too old to be the ages they're supposed to be. At least in this other, the 2005 version, they all look like their ages are pretty much exactly what they are supposed to be. Like, everybody looks like how they're supposed to look. As far as like that goes, they don't look like they're a 30-year-old trying to pretend to be whining about being 16 and not married. You know, it's a thing. And the whole thing about it, plus I just adore Keira Knightley, so yeah, I love that adaptation. And while it doesn't match as much as closely as like to the book as the other one does, I think that it captures the essence of the book still in a delightful way. And that is that. Tells me to tag some people. So who am I gonna tag? I know that I will tag the Gross family over at the GKBC. Hey guys, if you needed something for one of your Vlogmas days, here you go. Here's a tag, even though it's now down to like crunch time for things now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for always watching. This is the last video before like Christmas, so Christmas is in a weird spot next week, so I don't know if there will be a video that comes out next week or not. We'll have to see, because we're gonna be with my folks for part of that week, so I don't know what things are gonna look like. But hopefully there will be something next week, but there's a chance that there might not be anything until the following week. So just to let you guys know, but I am pretty excited about the usual end of year videos that I'm already like thinking about, and trying to get little notes and things together for. So yeah, anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for always watching. If you would like to help out any charities or organizations, I have some links down below. The ones at the top I recently added for the holiday season. I hope you guys have a lovely Christmas, a blessed Yule, and if I don't know where Hanukkah rests, I don't know if it's happened already, if it's still going on, but if it's past, I hope you had a great one. If it's still going on, I wish you a very happy Hanukkah. And if you don't celebrate anything, I hope you have a great